So, think of your favorite A-list celebrity, right? But not as a human being. Think of them as a publicly traded company.
Right, like a massive, highly curated corporation.
Exactly. When a Fortune 500 company faces a huge crisis, they don't panic. They just, deploy calculated risk management. Welcome to today's deep dive. We're unpacking some recent entertainment industry notes to explore what happens when the actual humans trapped inside these PR machines finally start to break down.
Yeah, we're basically looking at the brutal mechanics of self-preservation here.
Which is pretty fascinating.
It really is. I mean, image isn't just vanity in this landscape. It's the core asset generating millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And the lengths management teams will go to protect that asset, even as the person holding it together physically deteriorates, is just wild.
And you see that physical deterioration playing out in real time. I mean, look at the recent reports around Mariah Carey.
Oh, yeah, the dazed public appearances.
Right. Fans are noticing she needs multiple handlers just to, physically navigate down a sidewalk. And then, there are these unusually stiff concert performances.
It's less like watching a pop star and more like watching a board of directors frantically prop up a failing subsidiary.
The celebrity has essentially become a shell company.
Exactly. And that shell company mechanism is designed to conceal and control everything at all costs. The handlers are basically acting as crisis managers.
Just constantly insulating the asset from market panic.
Right. But then you contrast that protective machinery with someone like Cara Delevingne. She bypassed the crisis managers entirely.
Oh, with radical transparency, yeah.
Yeah. She openly discussed building a massive tolerance to rhinoketamine in her 20s to numb emotional trauma.
Which is a super heavy tranquilizer.
Seriously heavy. And she even detailed a really messy entanglement with Amber Heard during that highly publicized Johnny Depp divorce.
So, by tearing down the curtain herself, she preemptively disarmed the tabloids. It's like the Wizard of Oz, right? If you leak your own flaws, the paparazzi have nothing left to sell.
It's a highly calculated exposure.
Right, but that brings up a darker operational question. Managing your own destructive habits is one thing, but how does this corporate preservation machinery react when a third party's physical safety is on the line?
Well, the machinery always defaults to protecting the asset, even if it requires overriding basic human empathy.
Yeah.
The Chris Brown lawsuit perfectly illustrates this.
Oh, right, the dog attack.
Right. His Caucasian shepherd mauls his housekeeper, causing severe injuries. And it resulted in a $13 million settlement.
$13 million? Wow.
Yeah, but the real mechanical failure here isn't just the attack, it's his alleged refusal to call 911.
Wait, he wouldn't call for help?
Nope. Because he reportedly didn't want his voice on an emergency recording or a resulting media frenzy.
Okay, let me challenge that framing for a second, though.
Sure, go ahead.
Is this actually an out-of-touch celebrity ego problem, or is it just ruthless, standard corporate risk management?
How do you mean?
Well, any high-net-worth individual operates under strict liability protocols. A 911 call is a public record. In minutes, it's leaked online, instantly tanking lucrative brand deals.
That is true.
So a $13 million private settlement is just, the calculated cost of doing business to keep the stock price stable.
I mean, it is a financial calculation, but it's completely warped by the celebrity echo chamber.
Right.
A traditional corporation has legal oversight, a board of directors. A celebrity operates in a localized dictatorship where everyone on the payroll depends entirely on the star's mood.
The ego basically inflates to fill the space of a boardroom.
Exactly. And we see a lower stakes version of this brand panic with Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, the skincare line.
Yeah. At 68, post-toxic workplace cancellation, she launches a heavily discounted Kind Science skincare line.
Right.
It's not really a face cream. It's a desperate attempt to synthetically manufacture the kindness brand that the market already rejected.
So the brand just always takes precedence over reality.
Always.
And that calculation gets incredibly grim when the brand being monetized happens to be a perfect family.
Yeah, because the collateral damage simply shifts from employees to children.
Right. Take the upcoming Tell-All by Kate Gosselin's son, Colin.
That story is just heartbreaking.
It really is. He alleges he was institutionalized specifically to protect his mother's lucrative TV family image.
Wow.
Yeah, he cites being restrained with zip ties. He even references her diary entries, praying to stop hitting him at age 2.
So the child became a liability to the broadcast narrative.
Exactly. So he was literally warehoused off-site.
That is institutionalizing a human being to protect a television contract. It just shows a complete flattening of human relationships into pure leverage.
It totally does.
Yeah.
And we're seeing notes that this instinct to eliminate liabilities applies to peers too.
Oh, for sure. Look at the alleged quiet war between Armie Hammer and Timothy Chalamet.
Right, the sabotage rumors.
Yeah. Hammer's career basically implodes over horrific allegations.
Right.
And now he's supposedly utilizing elite industry backing to secretly sabotage Chalamet's reputation simply out of spite.
Which brings us to the core mechanism at play here.
Yeah, the driving force isn't just control, it's the total commodification of human identity.
Exactly. When a public figure's persona becomes their only source of survival, everyone else in their orbit gets reclassified.
Right. Housekeepers, former friends, even their own children.
They stop being people and become either assets to leverage or liabilities to liquidate.
It's a really dark reality.
It is. So if you take away anything from this deep dive, it's that those flawless red carpet appearances are manufactured. They're built by a ruthless apparatus working overtime to hide the cracks.
The machinery is highly effective, but the maintenance is consistently paid for in real human collateral.
Which leaves you with this to ponder. If public figures are willing to risk a life, warehouse a child, or sabotage a peer just to preserve a marketable brand, what is our culpability?
Right.
We're the media consumers demanding absolute perfection. Are we the ones funding the PR machinery that turns human beings into monsters in the first place?